or what's around the corner, and you might be surprised where we end up. With white to move, we're down 2 pawns, and I am noticing we can capture a pawn like this, and we're pinning the bishop to the king. So that feels great, meaning the bishop is unable to move because then the king would be under fire, and here black has to be careful and play the move king b8, defending the bishop there. And if we now attack the exposed king across the 8th rank, black has to be careful and either offer a trade of rooks or block with the bishop. In either case, black is doing fine, but if black only says, you know what, my king's under attack, so I'll just move my king, well, look out. The bishop there is dreaming of influencing the corner square. Alley-oop, rook slams the ball down, delivering mate. So black needs to be really careful, but after we play rook check, a simple move here is just fight fire with fire, block the check, attack the rook, and we're doing well from black's perspective here. Now, going all the way back to the beginning, looking at the bishop kind of cutting through the light squares, if I could somehow just kind of float my rook up the board, this would be mate, because the king would be unable to capture the rook there thanks to the bishop guarding the a8 square. Now, how can I get there? Well, notice by capturing the pawn, it is a forcing move. You know, you win material, you're threatening to win the bishop here, but black is not compelled to move any piece. Black has a lot of options. Here, on the other hand, we can find a more forcing move, trying to get our rook to this dream square. And the most forcing move is to attack the king, and we slide all the way across the board and play rook a4. Notice the king is unable to move here because of our bishop, and once the king is forced to b8, now the bishop and the rook show beautiful harmony here. The bishop supports the attack of the rook. Rook a8, mate. King cannot capture the rook thanks to our bishop here, and is unable to move here. Again, the bishop is guarding that square, and the king can't move here because our rook also guards that square. And now actually the bishop is in the way of the king, and this is mate. So again, when you find a good move, taking a pawn, attacking a bishop, great. Don't rush to make it. Try to see if you can find a better move. A capture can be pretty forcing, but the most forcing move of all is checking the king. And so we check for checks, boom, rook a4, attack the king, force it to b8, and now we combine the power of our 2 pieces and deliver a really nice mate in the corner.